Imagine waking up one day and realizing that the life you're living is not entirely shaped by the choices you've consciously made, but by something deeper, more silent, and infinitely more powerful. Think about that for a moment. What if most patterns in your life, the successes, failures, relationships, and even your sense of self, are directed by a part of you that operates beneath your awareness? This isn't a mystical metaphor or a creative reach. It's the reality of how the subconscious mind works. I'm Mark Roach. Welcome to Transcendent, a space where we explore authenticity and human experience in its raw complexity. This platform started as a refuge for people grappling with PTSD or complex trauma, but it's evolved into something larger. It's for everyone, whether you've consciously wrestled with life's struggles or noticed the remnants of them shaping who you are. You belong here. Here we confront the old and too familiar patterns handed down through society, through family, through assumptions about who we should be. Here our focus is helping you tap into a truth that nothing and no one can duplicate, the essence of who you are beyond convention, beyond control. I spent years learning from mystics, healers, entrepreneurs, and athletes, and my twisted path has taught me something that's as true now as it's always been. Change starts deep, beyond habits, beneath the polished surface of goals and affirmations. The subconscious mind quietly scripts who you become. And when we understand that, we can finally do something astounding. We can change the narrative. The subconscious isn't just powerful, it's the silent architect of your reality. It's working all the time, effortlessly shaping the decisions you make, the way you interact, and the people and opportunities that you attract. While the conscious mind focuses on logic, plans, and reason, the subconscious mind goes deeper, anchoring itself to your belief, emotions, and patterns that you absorbed long before you even realized you had opinions about life. Civilizations as ancient as Egyptians knew this. Their concept of the ka and ba, expressions of the soul, hint at a deep intuitive understanding about how inner reality molds the world around us. Mystical traditions echo the same truth, phrased perhaps more famously in the Hermetic axiom, as within, so without. Essentially, your life reflects what's buried within you, much like the way a mirror shows your face back at you. But this isn't fate. It's not luck either. The world isn't imposing itself upon you as much as responding to you. The beliefs and emotions rooted in your subconscious act like a magnet, drawing similar experiences. And here's what makes the idea even more interesting. Modern neuroscience is catching up. Studies showed that much of what drives us takes root before we're even 7 years old, in a brain stage open and impressionable, nearly soaking up everything. Childhood experiences, traumas, symbols, and emotions, they imprint on your subconscious and quietly dictate who you think you are and what's possible for you. If it's starting to sound overwhelming, I understand, but stay with me. Think of the subconscious or think of the conscious mind as a gardener and the subconscious as the soil. The gardener plants the seeds, intentions, thoughts, and desires. The soil doesn't judge. If you plant fear or scarcity or judgment, it nurtures that. If you plant love, abundance, or confidence, it nurtures that too. The problem comes when we try to force change without understanding the soil that we're working with. Have you ever set a new goal and found yourself self-sabotaging, falling back into these old habits, or just feeling stuck? Well, it's because of these subconscious programs, often decades old, override the new conscious intentions. But this isn't an excuse to feel powerless. It's an invitation to examine what's beneath the surface and consciously reprogram this incredible force within you. That's the beauty of the subconscious. It isn't static or unchangeable. With the right tools and the right patterns locked inside, the silent architect can shift. One method is repetition, what you might think of as affirmations, but with a twist. It's not about mindlessly repeating words. The subconscious responds to belief, emotion, and sensation. When you tell yourself something new, it must feel believable and connect with your body at a visceral level. Otherwise, it's just empty noise. And then there's hypnotic reprogramming. Right before sleep, when your brain begins to dip into a slow, suggestible theta state, you have access to your subconscious like nowhere else. Visualization techniques at this stage experience the desired reality as if it's already true, can sink directly into those deeper layers of belief. Another powerful tool is symbolic anchoring. Humans are wired to connect meaning with symbols, rhythms, and rituals. This is where physical objects, scents, or even small rituals can help anchor the beliefs you want to cultivate. Think of it as leaving breadcrumbs for your subconscious, consistently reminding it of the direction you want to grow in. Of course, the deeper work often involves the shadows, the parts of ourselves that we avoid. This is the subconscious weaving in avoidance mechanisms and unprocessed fears. Shadow integration through journaling, therapy, or heartfelt conversations, maybe even confessions, can help those suppressed pieces come forward, be acknowledged, and ultimately be healed. But here's the thing that so often gets overlooked. Reprogramming isn't about perfect control. It's about alignment. The subconscious doesn't respond to raw force. It responds to resonance with emotion, with coherence, with repeated signals that this is the truth you want to steer toward. And the payoff is extraordinary. When you align with your subconscious, you're opening up to something much bigger than yourself. Mystics have called this the seedbed of manifestation, the bridge between you and the universe itself. Whatever name you give it, the ability to walk through life free of old conditioning and programmed anxieties is one of the most stunning freedoms a person can experience. Your reality, the canvas of your life, isn't random and not fixed. It's not fixed. It's a reflection of what's happening within you. And as you build a relationship with your subconscious, you see that change doesn't begin at the surface, it begins below it. I'm Mark Roach. This is Transcendent, wishing you all the best.